I got 2 months to lose all this weight for my high school reunion.
2 months? What are you going to do?
I have no idea.
Well, I'll tell you what you should do. You should go down to 51 South Creek Drive and see Matt Hoover and all the guys at Maximum Health and Fitness. They're going to whip you into shape and help you reach your maximum potential.
But I don't have time to work out. I mean, I don't want to get signed up in something and it not be for me.
Don't worry about that. You mentioned this podcast, P3 Radio, and they're going to throw you a free trial membership.
51 South Creek Drive?
51 South Creek Drive off the South Highland right next to Los Portales. I'm telling you, they're going to help you reach your maximum fitness goals and get you into shape for your high school reunion.
Well, thanks. I'm going to go see Matt and the guys at Maximum Health and Fitness.
Maximum Health and Fitness, 51 South Creek Drive, Jackson, Tennessee.
The Shock Master! All right. The Shock Master!
I told you. Oh, God.
You just gotta keep living, man. Livin.
WWF brings the flag and championship back.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages.
It's showtime.
Hello everyone and welcome to P3 Radio. I'm Richard Mulliken, joined here by my co-host, Josh Briley. Say hey, Josh.
I thought you kind of forgot who you were there for a minute.
Well,
You had a
the
crazy
levels,
pause.
the levels were so high that I didn't know what to do with myself there.
I don't know what to do with myself a lot of the time.
That's gross.
I think you're just making it gross.
Yeah. All right, so we're here at P3 Radio.
Because we're mobile.
This echo is really throwing me off. I got to get used to it. Every week that we use this setup, we have to find a way to make we have to find a way to make our soundboard work.
Well, this week it was, do you have any off? Do you have any
I'm allergic.
grass in your house? Or
No, I just have a swarm of mosquitoes because we left the back door open for 3 hours. Come
Let
on
me tell
in.
you something. The utility bill has, it's a lot higher when you run the air conditioner and all that. If
Right.
you got the temperature to raise the windows, let the big back door open, why not?
Yeah. Leave the big back door open. I feel like there's...
Not everybody has a big back door.
All right, so this week we're going to be talking about all kinds of stuff. I've literally spaced on what we're going to be talking about.
You're
This
spaced
week we're
out a
gonna
lot
be-
here.
This week we're going to be talking about funny videos. We're going to be talking about pranks. We're not looking forward for anyone to call in. We put that number out there, but no one's ever going to use it. So far, it's just another one of those phone numbers we have to prank call someone.
Hey, that's a great idea.
Yeah, we probably should do that sometime. So we're going to get into tonight's episode. I'm going to show Josh a video here that I got in a little bit of a YouTube loop.
Now,
this weekend.
I'm more than positive you're going to post this link on the Facebook page.
Or you could, I don't have to do everything.
Well, you give me the Facebook
I
password.
did.
You did?
Yes.
The
I
Facebook
sent
password?
it. It's the same thing as everything. So when we get hacked on one, we'll get hacked on all.
Great.
No one cares enough to call in, but they'll hack all of our crap, and it'll be fun. But anyways, yes, the other day, and I saw some videos that I hadn't saw in a while, and I went from arrest videos to Amazing Randy. Have you ever heard of the Amazing Randy?
Yeah.
Where he's debunking the guys like Uri Geller and all the faith healers. Well, there's this guy there that he's debunking called Leroy Jenkins. So that got me to Leroy Jenkins. Have you ever seen that video?
On the playing
World of Warcraft?
Yeah.
So I went from there to arrest videos to sad songs, which we talked about earlier. But I landed on this video for this arrest. And this DUI arrests, and then there's one arrest in Australia. I'm thinking it's Australia from the accents. And this is the reason why this arrest is so funny. It's the most sophisticated man getting arrested I have ever heard. The whole time he's getting arrested, you know, you hear people from America, they get off me, dog, get off me, yo, call my blah, blah, blah. Or even if it's a redneck, it's like, you better not touch my cigarettes, woman, I'm going to get you.
That was on an episode of Cops we were watching.
Yes. So the fact that this man is so well spoken really throws you off, but it is hilarious. So we're going to pull this up right now. A lot of you might have already seen this video. So it's a man.
You just assured me that I could speak.
Sit down inside the car. We're not assuring anything. We're under arrest.
Look, I'm under what?
Come on.
Gentlemen, this is Democracy Manifest. Have a look at the headlock here.
Okay, so they're trying to get him in the car. He looks like a guy that's about 6'2", 6'3". He looks about 270, 280-ish. He's got a really big head, and they're trying to get him out of this, whatever this restaurant is. Okay, so far they've got him to the door of the car, and they're trying to get him in the car. So they've been trying to do this for a good, 30 seconds now. So here we go.
See that chap over there? Get your hand off my penis! This is the bloke who got me on the penis before.
Get some cups.
Why did you do this to me?
Hop in the car. Get some cups.
For what reason? What is the charge? Eating a meal? A succulent Chinese meal? Oh, that's a nice headlock, sir. Oh, yes. I see that you know your judo well. Good one. And you, sir, are you waiting to receive my limp penis? Now, get your hands off there. Ta-ta and farewell.
Ta-ta and farewell.
It's just so well spoken.
One cup.
He
Look.
speaks the King's English very well.
So that had me laughing for hours, just because when you see cops here, it's never it's always bleep, 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 bleep. That man said not one swear word. He even used the proper dictionary word of penis. Which made it even funnier. Which leads me to the
He was
funniest-
just eating a succulent Chinese meal.
a Chinese meal. Everything he said was hilarious because it was so well spoken. So we're going to go to another arrest video that I've seen that I thought was hilarious. It was this one right here. It's called The Funniest DUI Arrest Ever. And this was 1984. Now, as well spoken as the last guy was, this guy, not so much. And we're going to have to edit this heavily. This guy's called Mr. Turner.
Mr. Turner.
It's Thursday, December 13th, 1984, and it's 5:30 a.m. Deputy Swope, did you arrest Mr. Turner for driving under the influence of an alcoholic beverage and/or controlled substance?
I did.
Thank you, sir. You understand, Mr. Turner, that you have been arrested for driving under the influence of an
I
alcoholic beverage?
understand I've been driving under mother influence, but I understand that I wasn't also driving. I wasn't driving.
You do understand that you have been arrested, sir.
I understand that I've been arrested.
At this time, we are conducting a criminal investigation which is being videotaped by Broward Sheriff's Office for court presentation only. You understand that, sir?
I guess who you got the mother camera shining on me.
I'm going to add performance tests. I will demonstrate them to you. When I feel you understand each of them, then I will ask you to perform them. Do you understand that, sir?
Yeah, I understand
Okay.
that too.
First is the balance test. You'll stand with both your feet together, arms at your sides, sir.
I'm gonna tell you just like this. I'm gonna tell you just like this. I'm drunk. Yeah. The officer, he saw mother jump in my lap, and I told her to get off, and she got off, and he stopped me.
Sir?
I'm guy in the car. Hey, I don't want to hear that shit. I don't even want to hear it. Hey, whatever you have to do, you do the mother. Hey, she must be getting him some
Mr. Turner.
So, if you didn't know any better, you would swear this is an Eddie Murphy SNL bit, right? The whole time I'm watching this, I'm like, there's no way this is real. This is not real. All right, so we're going to keep going.
Mr. Turner, are you going to do the physical performance test?
What?
To ask you to.
I do the physical performance test, but like I said, I was drinking, but I wasn't driving.
Sir,
The say what he wanted,
going to do the
Hey,
physical
you see
performance
what I
test.
say? You come up here and see what, hey.
Mr. Turner.
Yeah.
Performance test, please.
What physical performance
Put both feet
test?
together,
All right.
toes together, sir, both toes. Let's go. Both toes. Arms at your sides, head tilted back, and eyes closed. I'll tell you
Yeah.
when. Close your eyes, please. Keep them closed.
He's just swaying back and forth
Open your eyes,
like
sir, and relax.
really
Open your eyes, both of them,
drunk.
and please watch me for the next test. That's enough. That's finished. Next is a finger-to-nose test.
All right.
You stand with both your feet together, your arms shoulder height, and sir,
Yeah.
watch me.
All right.
Index fingers
She had to
on the
say,
eyes, steady.
watch me, because he was trying to focus on
When I
putting
ask
his
you
feet
to, are you
together.
watching me?
I'm
When I
watching you.
ask you
I'm
to,
watching you.
when I ask you to, you bring the left arm out in front of you with the tip of your finger, touch the tip of your nose, and automatically extend it back out shoulder height. Same as with the right arm. Do you understand that, sir?
Yeah.
Would you put your feet together, please?
Yeah.
Arm shoulder height. Extend your index fingers only. Oh, sir.
So,
Put your
doing
head back and close
typical
your eyes.
field sobriety tests
You
here.
close your eyes.
Sir, I'm not doing
Hey,
the test.
But you close your eyes.
Sir,
Huh?
tilt your head back
You
and
can't
close
close
your
your
eyes.
eyes. Why I got to close my
You are the one that's taking the test.
Huh?
Tilt your head back and close your eyes.
Did you tilt your
Sir?
head back and close your eyes?
Tilt your head back and close your eyes.
Did you drop?
Sir, are you refusing this test?
No. Yeah, I'm refusing.
Refuse the testing. Sir, don't yell. Come back.
He
to
went
the-
from no to yes and then started working towards the camera.
That concludes the physical portion of the video. The time is 5:35. Maybe have the arresting deputy, please.
I told him I might be drunk. I know I wasn't driving.
Mr. Turner,
Go on and put the handcuffs on me, man. Hey, this shit.
That's great.
you've been arrested for driving while intoxicated, driving while under the influence of alcoholic beverages, model glue.
I refuse to
Model glue?
Oh my God! How would they even know that?
They must have found some.
Maybe he just has a hobby.
Listen to this.
Suspension of your privilege to operate a motor
I
vehicle
refuse to answer any questions under the grounds that they may incriminate
period of
me.
1 year if your driving privilege has been previously suspended as a result of a refusal to submit to such test. Your refusal to submit to a chemical urine test is admissible into evidence against you in any criminal proceeding. You understand what I read to you?
Hell no, but I refuse to answer any questions under the grounds that they may incriminate me.
Do you want me to explain this to you?
No, hell no. You explain them to my lawyer.
You realize
You
your driving
explain them to
privileges
my lawyer.
will be suspended, right? You realize
Somehow I don't believe he has a lawyer.
No.
My license is already suspended.
that. You gonna take a breath test?
What?
You gonna take a breath test?
What breast test?
You gonna take a breath test?
Hell no!
Listen, sir. Sir, Mr. Turner, I must read you Miranda warning. I need a verbal yes or no to each question.
I want you to put the handcuffs on me and take me to jail. You got Y'all with me. I don't want to hear this But
Don't touch
hey,
me again. That concludes the video. Now,
So that concludes the funniest DUI arrest on YouTube.
That guy, I swear, I've never seen that before. But
I mean, yeah, it looks like a Eddie Murphy bit for real. The funniest part of that video to me was like, he was like, "Are you refusing to take this test?" No. Yeah, yeah, I'm refusing to test. And he
But-
starts walking towards the camera like, "We're done here, right?"
this shit, I'm done. Put the motherfucking handcuffs on me.
We just have to read you your Miranda rights real quick, if you don't mind. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say.
You can say that shit to my motherfucking lawyer.
I refuse to answer on the grounds that my answers may incriminate me.
I didn't know that was an
That's-
option.
I didn't. It's he's pleading the fifth, right? That's-
Technically, but
yeah.
I don't think he knows that.
Yeah, but he's saying it in a way is like, if I say something, I'm gonna be guilty, because I am speaking in a way that I am obviously
Incriminate
guilty.
myself.
He tried to say incriminate like 9 times, and it was 4
Was it
different
about like me
pronunciations.
participate?
Yes, the participation of the participants. But anyways, so that was one of the video YouTube loops that I got into the other day, and
Is it not amazing how you can get caught up in that? You know, you go from drunk drivers to arts and crafts to
Right.
conspiracies, and it's just funny how it goes from A to B to C to D.
Hello, you're on P3 Radio. Who is this?
This is your good buddy Miles.
Hey, what's up, man?
Miles?
I was kind of surprised that. I mean, it's pretty late.
Yeah, we didn't start till like 10 o'clock. I have tried 3 times to tell a story that you were involved in. Well, while you're here, if you want to tell the story, you can. The horrible company in Brownsville in the wooden ring.
Oh, Lord. Well, I don't, whoever had the genius idea that wood is the strongest material for a wrestling ring probably needed to rethink that. But, I mean, it's all foggy, I guess, because, the tremendous impact on my skull, has taken over the years. But I recall me and you were we the first match?
We were the first match.
and the last match, basically.
And here's the thing. They didn't want us working in Jackson, and they good cop, bad copped us into working in Brownsville, which we didn't care. We've worked in Brownsville before, but we were wondering what kind of ring they would have. And I don't even remember the guy's name who had the ring.
Oh, I remember his face.
Yes, he was a good guy.
And he was a nice guy. Yeah. Good guy. Nothing against him. And Lord, I'm sorry, we broke his ring.
But we get to Brownsville and we see this wooden ring.
Yeah, and it was pretty. It looked very nice. But I remember we got in it before the show, and immediately it almost was trampoliny.
It cracked a little bit.
Yeah, and not in a good way.
Yeah, and we weren't.
And I remember.
anything.
No, we were walking.
Yeah.
Not even running. Not even running hard, stomping our feet. We were walking.
And to preface this story, this was before I had lost any weight. I was like at 320, 330 at the time. So we were putting at least close to 750 pounds.
Oh, we were putting 7. Yeah, easy. And that's just us. You're going to throw 2, well, I guess 3 more people when you include a ref in there.
Right. And then you have a guy in overalls, and I just remember the guy in overalls who had to be at least 260.
I don't even know who. It wasn't a highlight of my career. It might have been for them. And if they're listening to this, I'm sorry I don't remember who you are.
Right.
But, I just remember, and I could be wrong, but I remember us discussing Let's Break the Ring, and I could be wrong about that.
I feel like...
But it seems like something we would do.
Yeah, at that point in time, we were in our mid-20s, early 20s, and we were so pissed off at this wrestling company because they had paid us with hot dogs, and they had screwed around with us and tried to turn each other against each other, and I don't want to even mention them by name, and they were very unprofessional. They like to pay people with DVDs and hot dogs, and then would get upset when you would get upset with your payoff. So I remember that night, now that you say that, I want to say, I think we looked at it and we were like, okay, we really like the guy that brought the ring. Even though I can't remember his name, he was a nice guy, but we just kind of looked at each other and was like, we're going to break this ring. Let's show him why this won't work.
Was he a Welch?
I don't think he was Welch.
No, I mean like he was related to the Welches somehow.
I remember he was athletically kind of built. He was probably about 5'8", 5'9". He had a short
Older
haircut.
guy.
Yeah, he was an older guy.
Older guy.
Jesus, I
Tank
can't
Turner.
remember. No, was it Tank Turner?
Was it Tank Turner? Is that name for some reason is just popping off?
I don't
and
mind
I could be
mentioning
completely
him.
wrong.
I don't mind mentioning him because he was a really nice guy.
No, we're putting this guy over. He's a nice guy. He's always and I'll say this: a lot of the people that came through that company, I guess you could say,
right?
I still have no problem with. Promoters are always going to screw you somehow. That's kind of their job. As far as the boys, if you will, and even that night, I think we had a strange group of characters, people that we had probably never seen before at that point,
right.
Probably have never seen again.
Right.
So when we tell this story, we probably wanted to break the ring, but it wasn't nothing against the majority of the individuals there.
Right,
It was nothing.
and-
It was never like there's no malice in our hearts.
No,
Use the
well,
big word.
the only malice we had was against the company itself. And
Yeah.
the fact was, we had offered to wrestle, and at the time we were tag team champs. We were going to put over whoever they wanted, and we were like, all right, we're leaving. This is our last night. Where do you want us? And they're like, go to Brownsville. Okay, we'll go to Brownsville. Whose ring are we going to have? We're going to have Mike's, who has this hard boxing ring that...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that guy was a character, and I even hate saying his first name, but he was probably like 50 years old, but looked 70.
Well, yeah, and I don't think he had a last name. He's one of those characters. Like, I'm pretty sure there's some warrants out on the guy.
So we get to Brownsville, and we think, like Miles said, it was a beautiful ring. It looked like an old, like, imagine your mom went to the store and bought this off-brand wrestling ring that was just beautiful.
Well, a bronze turd can have some kind of allure to some people.
Right. But we started looking at it, and we're like, okay, there's wooden beams. There's wooden... I don't know if were the posts wooden? I remember they were red.
Posts were wooden.
They were red, though.
From my recollection, everything was wooden. If it had some sort of, steel supports, holding up the wood, well, that's one thing.
Right.
But no, it was just wood.
We were walking around before the match, and it was just like crack, pop, and we're walking. I remember we got in the ring, and of course, I always started all the matches because I was the smaller guy. Even at my bigger size, I was the smallest.
The more athletic one.
This was at a time where it was right after I gotten married, and we were deep frying everything with the Fry Daddy wedding gift that we had.
I remember that.
Yeah, we were like, hot dogs. You know what would make those hot dogs better? If you turn them into a Dixie dog and you deep fry them.
Oh, Lord, a Dixie dog.
You broke my wall.
That's a whole different story.
You broke my wall.
Oh, wow.
So, you're definitely...
I just got the you broke my wall thing. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. We knew it was going to happen. Like, to be honest, just us standing on the apron was taking a chance. And I remember the first thing I did, we were in this ring, and you were outside the ring because we knew the hot tag was going to be the finish of the night. So, I remember I gave the small guy, our finish at the time was, like I said, it was a spine buster type move that I turned over into a Boston Crab, which you came in and gave a leg drop to the back of the neck.
It was awesome.
Yeah, I mean, it was really cool. I mean, it was a devastating move.
It was devastating to the ring that night.
Yes, so I remember I hooked the Boston Crab. Like, I gave the spine buster, and I remember hearing a click, click, like I heard something crack. But I'd already tagged you in, and you're walking in. And we're in the middle of the ring. And I see that two-step approach that you would do before you hit your leg drop. And I remember waiting. I'm looking at the second turnbuckle, and all of a sudden I'm looking at the bottom turnbuckle. Because everything in the center had broke, and the only thing holding us up was the canvas. Which was rubber. Wasn't it like a rubber canvas?
It was like a thick vinyl type deal. It wasn't a cloth canvas at all. But thank God it wasn't. We might have got like stabbed with shards of wood or something.
Well, I remember they tried to wrestle in the thing the rest of the night, and they couldn't. And like every time somebody wrestled, I remember Rampage and Weasel had a match in it, and things were falling out of the thing as they went, so they just took it outside and tried to do their thing. And they were like trying to do the old backyard wrestler thing where they were trying to whip somebody into the ropes, but they were throwing them into the wall and catching them afterwards. And it was just.
Yeah, I remember. I don't know who made the pin, but I remember we had to crawl out of this bowl, and even in order to get out of the ring, we had to literally crawl out.
Technically, I made the pin because you were still in the middle. You couldn't get out, and I drug the guy to the corner, the only safe place, and it was collapsing. And the referee was outside the ring. He'd made the 3 count. The referee was standing outside the ring and made the 3 count on the apron. The guy could have easily touched any part of the rope that he was near. He made the 3 count outside the ring, and we won the match, and we both had to climb out of the ring. And they took a 45-minute intermission after the first match just to fix the ring.
I do recall that.
Yes.
I do recall that. So if anything, we sold them some hot dogs that night.
Yeah, I mean, that was our last
It
night.
did not
there,
reflect
too.
in pay, I believe.
We went out on top there last night, and we gave them back their boxing belts. Because they were
I remember those.
They were using very small boxing belts, and we gave them back that night.
So, a guy that's very dear to my heart, yours too, Alex Crisis.
Yes.
Do you recall when he this is a very hairy individual, and I remember he shaved and kept all his clippings in a bag.
Yes.
He shaved his body, kept all his clippings in a bag. And so we're in a room. How big would you say the locker room was?
It was probably like 16 by 10.
Okay, so 16, not big, not small, but it's full of like 20 guys, most of which have some sort of, baby oil rubbed on them.
Right.
So there's this, rather large shop fan in the corner, and that's basically our air conditioning. So Crisis just gets up after everyone's getting ready for their matches, you got Picture Perfect and everybody, they're oiling up. And all of a sudden he pulls this giant, like 2-gallon Ziploc bag full of hair out and gets behind the fan and dumps it into the fan. and it's just, a shitstorm of hair just comes flying out, and I do apologize, I cussed.
No, you're good.
But
we'll bleep it. It's all edited.
This hurricane of hair, if you will, is just coating everyone there that's covered in baby oil. I was not covered in baby oil, so it didn't really stick to me.
Yeah, we were more or less not ever putting on baby oil.
We didn't need it. We produced our own. But I just remember this cloud just going over everybody. And, there's like 2 or 3 people got it real bad, That's probably the funniest thing I ever saw in person, and it was disgusting.
Well, man, we got to in this.
Yes, I need to go. Brother.
But where are you gonna?
I've been on the phone with you for almost 2 hours.
Yeah, we've been recording.
Well, I don't have any shows coming up. If I do, I'll let you know. You personally, I'll let you know because you need to come and hang out and stuff. But you got to come over and see the new house.
Yes, I've seen it. I helped you move the couch in.
You did help me move that couch in, but I've got an even bigger couch in here now, and it doesn't look like a tornado's hit the place because we're actually, my wife, who is so beautiful and is now sitting right beside me, and she's just so gorgeous. This is going on the internet, baby. Everyone's going to know you're beautiful. And she said whatever. But she's done a great job getting everything set up. But
well, let's interview her.
Well, you can say hi. Hold on. She wants to say hi to the Pop Poncho Radio.
Oh, wow. Hello.
Hey,
now imagine that voice saying, I will kill her. But okay. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, man.
Good luck with the program. Let me know whenever you're going to do this. I'll call and harass you a few times, okay?
Yeah, we'll do it. All right, man.
Y'all be good. Josh, good to holler at you, man.
You too, man.
All right, bud. Be safe. Bye.
Bye. Well, Josh, the sound of that music can only mean one thing.
We've had another great show, but it's time to wrap it up.
We'd like to thank all of you for joining us today for P3 Radio. We'd like to welcome you to join us on Facebook at Pop Poncho.
Or call or text us at 731-300-MORT. That's 6675. 731-300-6675.
We'd like to thank you once again for Josh Brawley. This is Richard Mulligan saying thank you and good night.
Afraid to lose control and caught up in this world. I've wasted time, I've wasted breath. I think I thought myself